fine. We're doing fine, and there's nothing to worry about. We're going to win the election next year, whether they like it or they don't like it. It's our time. It's our election. It's something that will take Nigeria to the next level. So let me be greeting our people here. So they need their sound louder. Is there a way we can make the sound louder here? Yes. Is your sound good?
Um,
Yes. Zainab, do you have questions from your team?
yes, somebody asked about what you were going to do about security.
Oh, security. Again, it's difficult to discuss security publicly, I have to say. But we will ensure that we keep ensuring that our security keeps getting better. Yes.
What was the motive of the gas attack yesterday?
We have no idea. We have no idea why. The reason that was given was that nobody told us who sent the gas at us, but we knew the direction it came from, and they gave different reasons, but we just couldn't understand why we had to be tear gassed. If it was the reason some people gave that I didn't prostrate, that's incorrect. We were kept waiting for a long time, and we had the right to say, look, we should be treated with dignity, because other presidential aspirants don't get treated like that. If it was Buhari or Bola Tinubu or the rest of them, they don't get treated like that. You find some of our traditional rulers going to the airport to welcome other candidates, because they probably don't take us serious enough or respected enough. That's probably why. But like I said, we resolved that as of yesterday. We eventually went ahead with our event, and we made it clear to the Oni of Ife how we felt, and we all had we left the place, everybody having resolved our differences. So we had 5:10 right now. Do you have more questions?
Yeah.
Yes. What's the question?
Visiting the Oba of Benin, and why is it that you're having? Why was there a problem when you visited the Oni? You never had issues when you visited the Alafia.
Yes, I went to the Alafia of Oyo. It's important. I've been to the Emir of Kano. I've been to the Alafia of Oyo. I've been to the Obong of Calabar. I have been to a lot of traditional rulers. I've been to the Oba of Ikeoba, who was in the southeast. So it's the same treatment everywhere. It's the same way we conduct ourselves everywhere, and nobody attacked us. Nobody tear gassed us. Nobody physically assaulted us. That's why we couldn't just understand why this happened. There are a lot of theories out there, but we don't know what it is. Yeah. They said the quality is better on your page. I think you should get closer because she's closer. Does everybody have?
When are you visiting the Oba of Benin?
The Oba of Benin, we still haven't received any communication from the Oba regarding the date yet. So as soon as we do so, the date that was initially given to us, they said the Oba needs to give a decree accepting the date, but he hasn't done that.
Do you have any
Do you
people?
have any people in mind for your Aso Rock staff?
Also, rock staff.
E.g., Press Secretary, Chief of Staff, Minister of Education.
Is there any more questions? More volume, So the vocals is not sharp on this one.
Were you protesting at the palace yesterday?
No, it was live streamed. If I was protesting, you would say it. It was a live stream. Yeah. You can always.
How are you going to tackle so-called NURTW because the government are still using them?
I don't think it's about tackling the NURTW. It's about putting in place a transportation policy that provides safe and affordable transportation for all. And when you put that in place, you don't have to deal with NURTW anymore. If you have a train going from Lagos to Ibadan, people have a choice to either go to NURTW or going through a safe and affordable transportation system. The rest of it is law enforcement.
Is the Oni of Ife going to see to it that they get to the bottom of what happened and brief you later?
I don't have that information, but I exchanged numbers with him, and I intend to call him to find out if he found out who did that. But again, we are not going to dwell on something that is past because we have a lot more to do ahead.
Also clarify regarding marijuana. Your comments are about making it a cash crop, not anything about legalization. We have more serious immediate issues to tackle.
I would draw your attention to what is happening in New York City now. There's a lady named Cynthia Nixon. She's running for the governorship of New York State. New York State's budget is bigger than that of Nigeria, like by several billions. And you can imagine that she has said that this is going to become a cash crop for them. So if New York is going to legalize marijuana, we better have a market that can sell to them. What I've said that is being twisted for political reasons is that marijuana has several other uses that can benefit us. Nigeria burns over 1.5 trillion naira worth of marijuana every year. The NDLA, that's all they do. And they're chasing after all these guys. But regardless, you can find marijuana whenever you want it, which means that it's not effective. They are so-called anti-drug war. So instead of wasting your time and energy chasing after people and burning marijuana, why don't you package it and export it to markets around the world who are looking to make it into medicine, robes, jewelries, clothes? The uses of marijuana is unbelievable. The part of it that is causing people to think that marijuana is bad is because it has THC, which makes people high. But that's neither here nor there. It's not the reason why marijuana existed. It has several other uses, including the fact that it can be used to cure cancer or assuage the pain of cancer and nausea. And I made that comment at a health event when they were asking about traditional medicine. I said, look, the medicine is right there in front of you. Today there's an oil, that cannabis oil that kills a lot of things. It's sold, a small oil like this, it's sold for 50,000. A small pack of it sold for 50,000 naira. So you're here not understanding how these things will just take a context out of it that, this guy wants to legalize marijuana, Igbo, and all of that. But the good news about it is that there is a conversation going on that have opened the eyes of a lot of people. And I love the fact that we are driving the conversation that is going on in the country right now regarding how things should be or how we should be discussing about the future. And the marijuana aspect of it is so interesting because it opened a lot of people's eyes. And the moment you learn something, you cannot unlearn it again. A lot of people did not know that marijuana can be used in making clothes. It's stronger than cotton, right? But guess what? The ogogoro we sell today in our part of the world, right? It used to be called illicit gin. It was even until the time I was 10 to 12 years old, they still used to seize ogogoro in Ondo State Riverine police, water police as they call them. They will be looking for anybody that is. The reason was that the white people, when they came with London dry gin, they discovered that there were better gins around here made by our own people. They criminalized it. That's why they call it illicit gin. But our gin is better than their London dry gin. But they couldn't deal with the fact that they met people who were innovative enough to create their own gin that is even stronger than the one that they have. So they criminalized it and they were importing gin into the country. Look at our country that we're talking about. We don't want legalization of marijuana, but you legalize a tobacco company. The British Tobacco Company is somewhere in Ibadan, I think, right? And they are making tobacco and you are smoking and killing yourself with cancer. But nobody says that's the wrong thing, You are importing tramadol into the country and young people are dying taking tramadol. The importers are not seen as killing the country. So when we discuss ideas that are progressive, that shows that we know what is happening in the world, those who don't want to think outside of the box are the ones who will push back. Oh, my goodness, Sowore is going to be stealing gold. And that's not something to be distracted about. Good news is that we're discussing something that is important and a lot of people never knew about. And a lot of people never knew that cannabis had other uses. They thought they only had THC. By the way, I've been calling it HTC. I'm sorry. I need to correct that. THC is, the aspect that makes people high. There's a Nigerian brewery in this country, right? Right there in the Orile Gomu. Everybody is drinking beer to solve other problems, but eventually, does alcohol do you any good? Of course, no. In fact, in research, there has never been a cannabis, epidemic before in Nigeria. We researched it. There's never been a time that we found some people who were kept in one place and it was because they were smoking cannabis. You had cocaine epidemic, you had heroin epidemic, you now have tramadol and codeine. But there's no time in the history of Nigeria that we had an epidemic resulting from cannabis, because it's one of the most important plants in the world. In fact, there are variants of cannabis that don't have THC that can be grown, and they use them in making ropes, they use them in making clothes, they use them. You can use cannabis to kill other weeds. That's how powerful this plant is. And it's sitting down here in Ekiti, in Kwale. I heard, the Kwale people are upset with me, by the way. They said their own Igbo is stronger than the one in Ekiti. So, and you have them you have in Delta, Edo, and 1.5 trillion naira what is destroyed every year. What is Nigeria's budget? 8 point something trillion. Why do people keep doing the same thing over again, hoping to achieve a different result? And with all of the NDLA burning down of marijuana, you can even get it from the NDLA anytime you want. You can get an NDLA officer to provide you with a bag full of marijuana because of the corruption that's going on in the country. There's no time that there's ever been scarcity of marijuana. And other countries who have now realized the benefit of marijuana are legalizing marijuana. Last year, in Colorado, they made over $2 billion, about $1 billion, dollars from legalization of marijuana. Canada is on the verge of doing it. I heard maybe Morocco sells it. So think, people, think outside of the box.
What are you going to do about our hospitals?
Hospitals. We don't have hospitals. We just have mortuaries. We can't even call them dispensaries anymore. So part of what I've always said is that we have to act as if this country has got nothing. Start on a clean slate, build brand new hospitals, introduce new healthcare policies that will take care of all kinds of diseases, ensure that we have a universal healthcare system that ensure that everybody can get treated when they're sick, and all forms of things that needs to be done to elevate our health system to catch up with the rest of the world. Introduce telemedicine, where Nigerian doctors who might be abroad can treat people at home over the telephone and make prescriptions for them. I do that when I'm traveling in Nigeria. Anytime I have a little problem, I call my US doctor. I don't have to be flown to the US like Papa who gets flown to London when he has air infection. I call the doctor will say, okay, give me your get a prognosis of what's wrong with me, symptoms, and they'll treat it, and I get well, and I keep going. So, but like these ideas are foreign to us as well, because people don't even know about telemedicine. It sounds like some esoteric science. Telemedicine, which one is that again? Is the medicine of a doctor calling you? We're calling it. We can also do it in country, where somebody in the village can get medical advice or medical treatment, but we have to have a national health insurance scheme that covers everybody, so that someone somehow can pay for it, so that doctors can get paid. But right now, the NHIS is a slush fund for political affairs or activities. Any question?
So how?
Is that a question?
Yes.
Very great question. I am married, and today exactly it's 15 years since I've been married. And so my Sherry Coco out there.
Mr. President, don't talk much. Buhari will steal
Anniversary.
Buhari will
Happy
steal your
anniversary. And
idea.
my son, by the way, my son is also 9 years old today. Yeah. So, Papa, happy birthday. Sorry, Daddy can't be home today because we have to save Nigeria. Eh?
How
But
do you
keep playing soccer so that he can join Nigeria in the World Cup
Yeah.
next time.
How do you intend to tackle the Nigerian ambassadors that are delaying the Nigerian passport in diaspora?
I said it. One of the things that we have problem with is our visa structure. The way to tackle it is to make Nigeria visa free to every Nigerian who are Nigerian. So if you want to come to Nigeria under our regime, you won't need to go and get a passport. You have to get a passport. You come back home visa free, get your passport here, and then you go back. There's no need to be forcing people to get visas, but the passports you have to make them available. But most countries are going even electronic with passports so that you don't have a problem with paper passports as it is. So these things are things I'm exploring every day. By the time we get to office, I think electronic passport are things that will be ready that we can start to test.
Happy anniversary and happy birthday.
Thank you so much. You know, that goes to my wife and my son. Thank you. You can buy them something. Yes, my son needs a drone. That's why he asked me this one. So anybody can send him a drone on my behalf. I really appreciate it. It needs like a really good drone. He's technologically inclined.
What are you doing about your reach in the eastern part? What makes it not popular in the eastern part of the country?
I don't think so, but we need to do more work. Yeah, we've been to Owerri, we've been to Abia, went to Aba, and we visited a lot of places around Aba, and we've done Onitsha already, but we need to go back there. We need to go deep south. We've done 29 states as of yesterday. So Osun, well, of course, you know Osun now. Something must happen there.
What is your portfolio for 2019?
Portfolio. I don't understand that question.
Those you are appointing.
Oh, the people I'm appointing, we can't reveal them now. But Buhari will just go and steal our. No, I'm just kidding. No, we can't make appointments now. We make appointments at the right time. We have 679 views. Keep it going. Can we do the competition where we get to 1,000? 1,000 before we stop. So keep sharing until you get 1,000. Keep sharing until you get 1,000. We have to leave though. So if we don't do it on time, we might not be able to leave. Any more questions?
What are you doing about grassroots?
Grassroots. You mean grassroots campaign? We're in a grassroots. We're doing a lot of grassroots campaign. In fact, it looks like we're the only people campaigning right now. The other people are just still, collecting funds from their parties with huge amount of money. But we're campaigning.
What are your plans for the crude oil producing communities in the South? What are you doing about leaders, religious and traditional leaders?
South production. I'm from oil producing area from those states. I've said that I support the communities getting a portion of profit or proceed from oil companies directly, in addition to what the federal government is giving them 30% derivation. Like each community that has oil hosted, we'll look at how many barrels of oils are being taken from there, and we can give them we can get the companies to give them a part of the profits. And we have to clean up the Niger Delta. There's no question about it. Starting from everywhere, Ogoni land, the larger lands, Ishakiri, Urubu, Ijo land, everywhere. We need to clean up Niger Delta region.
Traditional religious leaders as well as ex-leaders?
It's not my job to regulate religion and tradition, but we will strongly encourage, culture in such a way that it's liberating.
Do you have people working on the campaign in the corner?
Yes, we have, and I think we're going to release a list of all of our. If you go to our party page, aacparty.org, you will find some information that you need.
When is the national convention?
October 6th. State convention is September 22nd.
Are you going to accept the VP to represent the president for the debate?
No. I heard about this, that President Buhari has said that his vice president, Professor Shibajo, will be the one debating on his behalf. I'm not debating Oshibajo. I'm debating if Oshibajo will be debating our own vice presidential candidate. I'm debating Buhari directly. There's no compromise on that one.
What are you going to do about our database?
Database. We'll merge all the databases in the country. Right now, I've identified about almost five places where Nigerians have their databases. Some of them with private individuals and companies. First is to do data security. We'll merge all the data, sync them, and clean them up. And I can find data, in the immigration department right now, which is I think Ministry of Internal Affairs, banks, cell phone companies, INEC, and registration of national ID card. You have to merge all those data, keep them secure so that it's not infiltrated, and then use them for the purposes for which we need data, national development. There's nothing like having data, so, and already we have enough data to start with. We just need to merge them and clean it up into one data sender. Yeah, so, and like I said, we're going to appoint a national technology officer for Nigeria because we're in a technological era and we cannot afford to be keeping our technological policies with people with analog mentalities and brain. Yeah.
Bolande Oyabayo
Yeah.
is asking you to name the brand of drone, and you'll contact one of your team to send it to.
Wow, someone's gonna buy my son a drone. What's that? DJI. It is a DJI have like a small copter. Yeah. No, that one is too expensive. I don't want to give him something that will not make him go to school. I think the Spark. Yeah, the Spark is relatively affordable. Or something that I would like a DJI thing to give to him. Wow. I hope he's not watching, because he won't let me rest.
How are you going to tackle INEC? You have to ensure that you give a credible election come 2019.
We already started tackling INEC. You remember that we went there to protest against their decision to stop voter registration. And now voter registration was extended for 2 weeks. And within that 2 weeks, I had a lot of people register. I don't know the final figures yet. But there are over 14 million new voters now. Last election was won by about 14 million. So already, if all those 14 million people are voting for us, we've won. Because these people are shooting themselves in the leg. So keep sharing. Didn't you want to reach 1,000?
What about legislative?
We want to reach 1,000. Yeah. If we can, we'll close in 5 minutes.
What about legislative arm in your government? How do you want to perform without them slowing down your government?
We have people who are running for offices in other areas. And if you're out there and you want to contest on the platform of AAC, the opportunities are open and we don't charge those kind of fees that will run you out of town. So we just charge a token so that we can maintain the party. So we intend that we're hoping to see new lawmakers, serious ones, and we've been getting a lot of people who are interested. I think at this point we have almost 1,000 contestants on our platform who have indicated they want to run on our platform. Yes.
What will you do about our porous borders?
Porous borders, police them very well. But I'm also an advocate of a united African continent. So I'm not going to be constructing walls without police borders appropriately. We have enough people who can police our borders, but they are all interested in working at the port and the airport where they think it's lucrative to extort money from travelers and people who are importing goods. You just have to make sure that your rotating officers, equip them properly, train them properly, and put them on the border. And where necessary, if you need to put some infrastructure at the border to ensure that people don't cross, you can do that. And those places that are particularly very vulnerable to terrorism.
What are you doing about women? Are you carrying them along?
Absolutely. Can't you see that you're hearing a lot of women voices in the background? Yes, we're carrying them along, but we invite more women to join our party. Please. It will be our preference that will be known as a party that has a lot of women on board. Yeah. a lot of women still don't like politics. I don't know. It's very tough. I have to say, it's just haven't been able to get out of get out of that situation that our society put them in, which is to shame women who are engaging in politics and dissuade them and tell them that they're no good and they should not come out and all of that. Please do not be afraid. Come out, come out and join us. Come out and join us. We are 700. I just
Section 29, subsection 4B of the Constitution, any married woman shall be deemed to be of full age. What can you do to address this section as it's open to be used to rig elections in 2019?
That ties with underage voting, and we are still expecting INEC to come out with a report on the underage voting situation in Kano. I will keep pressing for that. Somebody who is not 18 cannot become eligible to vote simply because they got married. That's wrong.
How do you intend to raise over $50 billion needed to get up generating capacity?
50 billion. No, I've said it before. Whatever can pay for itself, you always find people can invest in them. But most importantly, there are new technologies or technological ways of generating electricity that's cheaper. I mentioned solar. Solar is not necessarily cheaper to install, but it takes longer. If you install, solar power plants, they can last. They can get a warranty of 50 years on every farm, and that's big. That's good enough. It means that at the end, it's cheaper to install solar than to do these things the way we are doing them now. But you can also increase gas to locations that are currently being fired by gas, by ensuring that apart from just the pipelines, you have vehicles that can carry gas to those places, protected and deliver the gas, and there's no interruption in electrical. And you can also construct train lines that can take gases to power plants. So these are things that we can do now, and we will do starting from next year. But again, you need to understand how the world works for you to understand that newer and cheaper ways of generating electricity.
What are your plans in terms of implementing the tax laws? A lot of foreign companies and highly placed individuals are not fiscally responsible. What are you doing about it?
One of the things we found out in our research since we started this campaign is that a lot of foreign companies actually don't pay tax. And they're cheating the federal government. They also abuse their expatriate quota. Our policy will be that anything that you can find a Nigerian to do, wherever they are in the world, you cannot bring an outsider to do it for us. The way immigration policies for employment has shaped in other parts of the world, and I've seen it happen before. Yeah.
What social package do you have, like unemployment benefits, housing benefits, just like it's obtainable in the UK?
Well, so unemployment benefits would be for one of the things I said is that we'll create about 5 million jobs within 3 years, and that's a lot, considering what we want to do in bringing power, increasing the presence of our security everywhere. We should hire almost 1 million security agents. In the Army, Navy. And one of the things we need to do, though, is to make sure that when these vacancies are available, we put them in a central pool. Everybody must be forced to submit vacancy of their department into a central pool. So it will no longer be the job of the permanent secretary to be appointing people through the back door. Because if you are not careful in the next 4 years under Buhari, if you come back, you won't find any ministry that is not a member of his family or the extended family. That's how they are doing it now. So we will ensure that this is done. And then in terms of package, if you're entering the employment market and you have indicated that you are willing to work while you are waiting to be employed in those areas that are available for employment, yes, you can be paid unemployment support. Anytime you find a job, it's not going to happen ad infinitum because we won't have the resources to keep paying people who don't want to work. It has to be, a benefit to work kind of package, and we'll reveal all of this. It has to be people who are willing to go to work and who are willing, if necessary, to undertake some kinds of training. For example, we want to hire 200,000 teachers. They have to be trained for 6 months. So that 6 months, you get a package. as an unemployed person who is also training before you become a teacher. The same thing will happen for, so it's not that you provide empowered jobs for the children of the poor and then you provide CBN jobs for your children. That's not empowerment. Yeah.
I hope the ugly scene at the Honest Palace won't affect your future visitation to Ilefe and Osun State as a whole.
No, we after we left the palace, we still went back to campus. At all.
When are you going back to see the Brekete family?
When we get an invitation to go back there, as amazing. We had a good time for the very short time we were there. Yesterday, the other day. Yes, so Brekete, if you're there, ordinary president.
What are your plans for Lebanon?
I cannot give my address online, but I will. You can just chat one of our people here, or you can chat me on Facebook, or you can DM me on Twitter, Omoyele Sowore, and I'll send the address. So, yes. Oh, they're asking for Nigeria account number. Yes. I want to use the last few minutes to actually fundraisers outside the country.
You can share it.
What? We have to keep streaming that one.
Yes.
Okay. So, but let me talk to.
What are you doing about vote buying?
I think we just discussed that. Okay. No, let's give me the coffee because I want to drink coffee.
Okay. So, is there any candidates contesting under AAC in Osun State in this coming election?
No, we were told by INEC that we cannot contest this election, the governorship election, but the nominations are closed.
We've spoken about Benin Palace. Taking coffee.
I'm taking coffee. This is coffee. Has it come up?
No.
Some guy is calling me on Facebook. His name is Shamshide Bala Ilo. I'm gonna take the call. Hey, Shamshide.
That's it.
Yeah, you are live. What's happening? I'm putting you live on our Facebook broadcast. Yes, how are you? Yeah, you are cooking. Hey, yeah, Daddy. Yeah. Very good. So I'm doing a live broadcast. I will call you back when I'm done. Okay. I'm doing a live broadcast now on Facebook. It's good to connect with you again. Thank you so much. I'm coming back to Yola. Soon. Yes.
Okay.
It's still not working? It's not working.
Can Nigerians in diaspora vote?
They can't vote. But if you wanted to vote, you should have come to Nigeria to obtain your PVC. A lot of Nigerians actually came to obtain their PVC and they're coming back to vote.
The alphabet are in capital.
Does it matter?
Yes.
Okay. 5E. G7. Y2.
Mr. President, are you fine? Are you doing well?
I'm doing well.
DH.
I'm doing well. I go through this all the time. Um, we're trying to get our next. So we wanted to put up our Zenith Bank account and do some fundraising. GoFundMe to support us. If you are living abroad, you can go to gofundme.com/Sowore2019. We plan to raise $2 million. We're at $70,000. We are not anywhere near that yet, so please support us. Our Zenith Bank account locally is 100-602-3871. 3871. You can put that on your timeline and pin it. Can you do that? Just put it Zenith Bank account 100-602 3871. Yeah. So no network for a second phone still. All right. Are we good? Yes.
You can do the fundraising.
On this one.
In a bit, you can come back and do the fundraising.
Okay.
So let's try.
So yeah. So I think you're still live, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. We're trying to get our second phone. Second.
So can you take the account number again, please?
It's 100-602-3871. That's Zenith Bank.
Somebody else put it up.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently put
And
it
we have a GoFundMe.com/Sowore2019. Typically, what we would have done is to. Okay, I will live now. So we want to do fundraiser for the next probably 10 minutes. We want to do a fundraiser for the campaign, the presidential campaign, and also our party. But I don't have a party account here with me. When we get it, we'll get it to you. But you can go to the party's website to donate, which is aacparty.org. For our account, we want to please appeal to you to support and fund us. We have two means of raising money. We have the online fundraiser through GoFundMe, and you can go to gofundme.com/Sowore2019 and please donate to our campaign. You know, as you can see, we're doing so well. In less than 6 months, we have been able to cover grounds that have never been covered before, travel to places that probably some of you have never heard about before, engage with Nigerians all over the place, and throughout, we're putting out ideas that nobody has ever heard before, but are all talking about now. We are driving the conversation, politically speaking, and the other political parties who are struggling, especially the APC and the PDP people, they are trolling us. You know, everything they are doing these days is how can we twist Sowore's messages? How can we make it look like a bad idea, so that they are pressing panic buttons around the country because they are afraid. They are the same people who will tell you that, oh, Sowore is inconsequential. Who is consequential now? 6 months later, They can't leave us alone. They say we're inconsequential, but yet they must talk about us. They must put out our ideas and twist them and rerun them and scare people with it. There's nothing to be scared about. The people you should be scared about, or the ideas you should be scared about, are the people who brought Nigeria to the condition it is today. Those are the ones you should be scared of. But I also urge you not to be scared of them, because we have reached a point where the new ideas we have must give way. Their own ideas must give way to the new ideas. Yes. So they have reached their tether's end. They don't have anything else to offer, and we have got something brand new to offer you, and we are pushing out these ideas every day. People are debating and discussing them, and they're scared. They're very scared. So please, if you can support us, we don't have godfathers, no godmothers.
There's any bank account details. What's the name? What's the account name?
It's Omoyele Sowore presidential campaign account, and the one for Zenith Bank is 100-602-3871, and GoFundMe is gofundme.com/Sowore2019. So what I'll do in the next, maybe I think we have 9 minutes to go, 8 minutes to go, is to take pledges. If you pledge, we will take note of it and call you back or reach out to you. You don't have to make a pledge if you don't want to fulfill it. It has to be serious pledges. People who are honest enough to make sure that whatever they pledge, and we have, so you can pledge to us to donate directly to our Nigerian account or to GoFundMe. We'll see it. So if you're making a pledge, please indicate the amount and who you are. Of course, we know who you are through, but if your name is different from your Facebook name and you want to share it, fine. So,
do you have an account in GT Bank? Because people are giving it out.
I think that's probably the party
as your
account.
new
We'll check
account.
it. That's not a campaign account. We have not. We're trying to open an account at GT, but it hasn't been fully open.
Dale Choke Davis is making a pledge of $100.
$100. Dear Chuck Davis is making a pledge of $100. Who's next? Anybody on this side? Wow, they're broke. People are broke.
To Bank of America.
Yeah. Okay. There's a Bank of America in California, managed by a group there. Okay. So you can make a pledge. Make your pledge in naira, dollars. I hate to sound like those people who
Give
ask
us
you.
the account details again.
Account details is 100. It's Zenith Bank. You have to type it
Type
out
it
there.
out, yeah.
Yeah, it's Zenith Bank 100-602 100-602-3871. 100. Yes, 3871. Zenith Bank. Omoyele Sowore presidential campaign. So support. We are at about 6 minutes to go. Our end is in 6 minutes. So don't forget to support the account, to support our activities by donating.
Someone is paying 20 euros.
20 euros. Good.
Henry Onajiri Mejafan, €100.
100 euros. Okay.
Monday or Majali, 20 euros.
20 euros. That's another
Yeah,
20
yeah,
euros.
He gave us his number.
Okay.
25,000 naira. Bolawale Gandhi on
Okay.
22nd of September.
Oh, that's the day he'll do it.
Yes.
We'll look forward to that. Who else? Anybody else there? The Celebration Fund or the Liberation Bond. Buy into it, I have to learn how to raise money. When we just teach me, what to say.
You can. Should I solicit?
Huh?
Should I solicit?
Yeah, you can solicit. Why not?
Okay, so guys, if you know this page, then you know how we do it. You don't have to be a Nigerian to donate. You can be a Chinese, Lebanese. So far as you enjoy the movement, so far as you love to be a part of the revolution, so far as you want a better Nigeria, you want the future to be here, please donate, whether in Nigeria
You
or
have to put it on her face. she's
So
better at
donate.
doing it than I am.
Donate to us. This is a movement that is not funded by any Godfather or God Society anywhere.
For Larry, Adibanjo is pledging $100.
Wow, thank you for that.
Energy though, $50.
Wow.
Karuna is €50.
You should be the one doing the selection. I just don't know how to do
$100.
it.
Tony Ndikano.
Yay,
Wow.
thank you. So please continue to donate. We're expecting your pledges. If you like my face, please donate.
All right, I'm responding to somebody there who just made another donation. Thank you so much. So we have probably another 4 minutes to go, and we just want to take more donations. Somebody calculating how much
You're expecting.
Oh no, we should have someone doing a calculation so we can announce how much we raised in 10 minutes. 10 minutes is what we, before we start putting an amount on it per minute.
Carl Ame is donating €50 from Guildford.
Wow.
Esther Ashawi is donating $50.
Thank you, Esther. That's good. You can start calculating from there. What's your calculator? It's not very good. I've seen €100,
Yes.
$100,
€50.
€50.
$50.
Okay.
25,000.
What are the people in the UK? They can't donate pounds.
Do your official party account.
Okay, let me see. Is that a GTB account?
Yes.
Okay, there's official party account. It's a Naira account, GTB 0425888778. 0425888778. That's our party account, official AAC account. You know, this
So
is official.
Sammy is donating £20.
£20. Finally, we got someone from the UK.
Yes.
Why is it that nobody's donating from Japan? Are they asleep?
Oh, Carl Ame says £50.
£50. Thank you, Carl. Are you still writing it down?
Yes, we're taking that.
Mm-hmm. Who else? Somebody should be able to donate like yuan. What's his Chinese currency? Yeah. No. Japanese is yen. Japanese is yen. But what about the Chinese currency? That's yuan? Is that no?
Yes.
Yuan. Okay. We have people in China now. Let them donate yuan. Nigeria is doing currency swap.
Rupee, yeah.
Rupees, yes. If you're in South Africa,
If you're in Ghana, donate your cents.
if you're in Ghana, donate CDs. Actually, please. Very good, very good.
Oyeyemi
We have
Sosanwo,
2 more minutes. To do.
£50.
£50. Thank you, Yemi. I appreciate you. I think we said we'll have a whole broadcast dedicated to
20 euros.
fundraising, €20. That should be something we should plan very well. And we'll be in California as well. I think 14, 15, and 16 specifically for fundraising.
So it's 5,000
There's a name in Arabic here and I'm ashamed that I can't read it. Right? Sharad. It says I will donate 500 Malaysian ringgit. I don't know what that means.
500, right?
Yes.
Olawale.
No,
Yes.
um,
For Larry Adibanjo, $100. Adini Jido, $50. And he's asking, can I do it via Zelle from the US now?
Yes. Zelle, he has to reach me privately for Zelle. If you're doing Zelle, he has to go to my private account and I will donate to the campaign.
Sammy is asking how I can pay my pledge.
You can donate it through GoFundMe, or you can send it to a Nigerian account through any money transfer system. That's the easiest way to do it. How much?
$50.
Okay. So we have almost already 20 donors since we started. $100,000. You saw $100,000.
No.
If I'm back $500 from Chicago.
If I am back.
If
Oh,
I'm back.
I would have set off alarms.
Guys, donate now. Omoyele Sowore's private page is winning me. I don't like it.
Oh, we are winning on this side.
Yes, I mean, she just count down. Count.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you wish donate now. Somebody donate £50.
Said I cover like 10,000 next month.
The secretary to the church is doing a good job, writing very fast. Secretary to the movement, I meant to say, sorry.
Yeah, that's all for them.
Will you speak from your side?
After.
All right, so we're at 4:30.
€50.
I want to
Again.
just once again let you understand.
Oluwatoyin Oyewole. $100. No, euros. From
€100.
UK.
Wow.
From UK. She said anytime from. It's pounds, £100. Write it.
Pounds?
Yes. Anytime from next week. Thank
Oh
you,
wow.
Oluwatoyin.
Tony, no wait. Tony in the Kangu donated $200 on GoFundMe. I just got the information.
Yes, he
Thank
pledged
you.
it.
Yeah, let's hear.
Anthony, thank you so much, Anthony.
Right there,
Okay,
see
so
you.
I get it instantly on my phone when you donate. So I want to use this opportunity again to address the issue of One of Ife, that we're fine and there is nothing to worry about. Leonie and I resolved whatever it was before I left his palace, and we left the palace peacefully. In my view, he handled this very well, considering that he stood there in tear gas with us until the issue was finally resolved. Like I said, there's nothing to castigate anyone about at this point. We don't need to join issues. I came online to address you guys. I mean, all of you. I don't want to use the word you guys, a little bit rude. I'll take it back as and supporters so that you know that there's nothing to worry about. I just got a Niola donating just now through GoFundMe. I wanted to announce that. So please, we want to clear the air. There's nothing. I have the telephone number of the Oni of Ife. I would just say that I'll call him. I'm not calling him now. He's so we'll be in touch with him. We want to be able to go back to Ife and see him again. But it's just that these things happen all the time when revolutionary movements are sweeping through the land. They encounter obstacles from all sides. As you know, before this happened last week, this week, I was sued by a pastor for 10 billion. The next moment is another issue. But this is what revolutions are about. You can't want to change society as rapidly, as quickly as we are doing without encountering some serious turbulence. And like I mentioned, this is nothing compared to what they would like to do to us. But we are resolute and we respect and thank the Oni of Ife. Eniola donated $100. Peter Olawuni donated $50 just now. On GoFundMe, I'm receiving all this, so our GoFundMe account is going well. So please, we just have to let the matter be, except of course if there's a misrepresentation of events. As you know, as we are doing this, as I like to tell people, we are also rewriting history, but sometimes in a hurry, as they say. That's what journalism is. So don't worry, we will continue to work harmoniously with others in Nigeria, young people, to take our country back. And those of you, did many of you see that Obama is using Take It Back?
Yeah.
Shall we say that Obama stole our idea?
He's borrowing it.
Or is borrowing our idea? It's inspired by what we're doing. I mean, I have to say that Take It Back is not something that started with me. It's a global slogan and many people have used it, but we are the first to introduce it to Nigeria. And now it's headed back to the US. And guess who is in front of? Barack Obama. Take it back, Obama. Action. They didn't ask action to their own. It's very interesting. I think I was addressing a town hall meeting in the
Can we
US.
do Zelle transfer?
Yeah, you can do Zelle.
How do we do that?
If whomever wants to send Zelle should just let me have DM. You can DM me on the best way to DM me is on Twitter, but you can also do a messenger to me on Facebook. But Facebook Messenger is Yele Sowore. At Yele Sowore is my official account on Twitter, or you can do Yele Show on Instagram.
Mondays.
I can't catch up with how many people are trying to reach me on Facebook, especially since yesterday after this event happened, which happened live. So please, if you want to reach me on Facebook or Twitter, just try and reach me right away.
Monday's pledging €100.
Thank you, Monday. €100 there. So whether we continue or stop, please keep donating. I know you need us to remind you that we don't have godfathers. The godfathers are cornered all of Nigeria's resources. We rely on you to fight this fight, to bring this movement to liberate Nigeria. And we're doing very well. As you know, we're doing very well. Before yesterday, what was the issue in town? Marijuana. Igbo. Mr. Sowore wants to sell Igbo. He's smoking Igbo. Somebody even wrote online that they said that I said that I was smoking Igbo since I was born. No, but that's not it, But the good news is that most Nigerians who didn't know other uses of marijuana suddenly found out that you could use marijuana to do several things, of which just THC is small. I'm using this opportunity to correct my THC Fox bar on TV where I've been saying HTC. Sorry, it was because of the phone. They call HTC here. Everywhere I say, everywhere it's like, and they don't accuse those guys of using a bow or people with HTC. No, I'm just kidding. But it's THC, and I'll be wrapping up now. My goodness, I wouldn't spell to wrap up. Can we take permission to continue till another 10 minutes? About 12 more minutes, 13 more minutes. What time is it?
This is to 5.
To 5. What is to 5? I like you to be mathematical.
25 minutes.
To 25 minutes. So, do we have your permission to do another 25 minutes? Fundraising and answering our questions. Can I hear, yes in the house? I'm talking about those online, not those in the studio. I know you guys will say yes. Online, do we have your permission to?
Daddy, yes.
Julia Jackson, yes.
Yes. Okay, we need 10 yeses. Is there a word like yes?
Yes. Ernest is saying yes. So.
Everyone is yes.
Mario, yes.
Okay.
Simon, yes.
All right, so we'll take questions and do a little bit of fundraising more. So, what is our fundraising goal? $2 million. Where are we? $70,000. We've got a long way to go. $2 million is what we think will help us to have office locations across the country, to be able to support our staff and the movement people who are all over the place, to print posters, T-shirts, rent offices, buy campaign vehicles, or in some cases just brand the one we have. People are donating vehicles to us. Just money to brand is about $70,000. And one other thing you can do, oh my goodness, and I should thank our mom in the UK who donated an office to us in a Jew. She donated her nursery school that we can use it and rebrand it for our campaign. So you can, if you don't want to donate directly, you can help us make T-shirts, or posters, and send them to us. Or you have printers here in Nigeria. It's easier for us to go and pick it up. Or you can pay the printers directly. Some of the printers we use. Face caps.
Face caps.
Remember the guy from Jalingo who gave us that lovely song, and I think we're also working to put our songs on iTunes ahead so that you can buy from there. We just got a GoFundMe donation from Felix. Let me check it out. Felix just donated.
So you're not getting what's it called now? Alert from Zenith. Somebody donated 15K now.
15K.
Yes.
Let me check.
Sammy said I just transferred 15K. Watching from Germany.
Okay, let me go to GoFundMe. If No, no, I'm not getting a live directly on this phone. My phone got lost in the US when I was traveling there in Texas last week. If you find a phone in Texas with a Nigerian number, 9 Mobile, at the airport, return it to me, please. I don't want to accuse people of Texas of stealing my phone because those guys don't play. Tony donated here. I already announced Tony. Somebody else just donated, and I wanted to make sure that I get to him. Where's this GoFundMe? And I'm going to go to Zenith Bank after that. So if you want to donate to us, GoFundMe is gofundme.com/Sowore2019. You can donate. Seriously, you can donate in such a way that it will change this country. And okay, invitation. Sorry, my app here is messing up. That's my GoFundMe app, which I have on this phone. If I can't get GoFundMe, let me go to Zenith Bank app. This is what we are talking about, the future. Maybe people used to go to the banking hall just to get their account. You have to go with a mat. You went there. But these days, you just sit down here, type your account number, and then you tap your passwords. Can I tell them my password? There's a guy in the house. He wants to hear my password. That's Stella.
10.
So our Zen Bank account number is 100-602-3871. Yes. It's just loading. I think our internet here is really horrible. Yes. Server connection problem as usual. Communication error again. Sorry, I'm trying to log into. Oh no. Switch to mobile banking. Go back. Don't be lazy. All right. So you're making donations, please. You can donate on GoFundMe. It's GoFundMe.com/Sowore2019. GoFundMe.com/Sowore. So I can get onto this page. I'm not having connection to go on Zenith. So we'll do 5 more minutes. I promise this will be over. So can you have more donations in the next 5 minutes? Any announcement? Any fresh announcement of donations?
Donations, guys.
Donation. Donations
for a better Nigeria.
Yes. Donations. Anybody else donating? So if you're donating to us, please, you can send it through GoFundMe.com/Sowore2019. And otherwise, you can also donate by way of our Zenith Bank account locally in Nigeria. Zenith Bank Naira account is 100-602-3871. My memory is good. Still all right. So again, let's use this opportunity to clear the air again about yesterday. That we're fine, and our campaign has gone back to work after we left Ife. So, and Kabiesi of Ife, thank you for resolving this issue respectfully yesterday, and we hope to see you again, either before the election or we invite you to the swearing-in ceremony. Definitely, you'll be there. Inshallah, right?
We're waiting for you in Badagry.
Badagry, yes. Badagry. Thank you.
Badagry is tomorrow live.
Yes.
Thank you, Pa.
All right. We have another 4 minutes, I think. Okay. I'm supposed to start doing some other things in preparation for tomorrow. Yes. So, some breaking news, politically speaking, it looks like Governor Ambode is out as the governorship candidate of APC. Wow. Yeah, I told you they will scatter. And they said the new anointed candidate is one Jide Sanwo-Olu. That's the new person who will So that's breaking news for you. That's what. So Lagos has a new candidate for APC. So who do you think is going to win Lagos governorship? Is the AAC candidate to be announced later?
Later this month. Stella, what is the sense so far?
So for the first time, APC will not be going twice.
No, APC is. I told you APC is gone.
No, I just wanted some answers.
So that's just a little bit of reporting job there that I just did. 57 local government chairmen reportedly signed on to it. Oh, another breaking news. I heard Dr. Dollar is going to run on the platform of PDP. Wow. Yeah. Things are happening. So we'll confirm that. That's the reporter job that I need to do. Good. So it's 4:48. No, is it 4:48?
Yes, it's 4:48. It's 4:48.
Why did I take my watch is here deceiving me?
So here is the amount we've been able to receive.
How much everything did we generate? Wow. Just now we just got over $1,200 from donors since we started this some few minutes ago. Euros 150 pounds. Naira 50,000 naira. Euros 270 euros. What's this one here? Is that you?
Malaysian Migets. 500.
Oh,
Yes.
Malaysia's money.
Yes.
Malaysian Migets. 500 Migets. Thank you, everyone. So that's what we just raised just
From
now.
one account.
Yes.
It's not done calculations, it's account.
We have not gone to Zenith Bank because we couldn't get into the account. Let me try one more time before we leave. So we just raised $1,200. Oyeyemi gave us 50. The person gave us £100. He didn't write it there. So 150 pounds. Olawale 25,000. Ifeda your 10,000. Another 15.
From
Sami.
Yes.
That's 50,000 naira. And euros. We have 20 euros from Monday. Ofia 50 euros. Matete. Is it Matete? Yeah, 100. And Monday gave 100. So I think Monday upgraded to 100. So we have 270 euros pledged so far, and 500 Malaysian.
Malaysian
How much is that in the naira?
50,000 ish. Roughly between 45,000 and 50,000.
What?
Yes.
Their money is better than Nigeria. You see the reason why we have to kick out these guys. Malaysia's money is stronger than our naira.
Obviously.
Oh yeah. Anyways, so that's good. This is serious. I think what's happening? Why is anybody kneeling down there? Guys, there's a lot of funny guys in this. I wish I could show you guys faces, but your parents have warned you not to be following Sowore. Your parents have warned you not to be following Sowore. I don't want to stop your pocket money. Otherwise, I would have put you right now on video. Okay, before we leave, thank you all the donors. I have Adeniji, Esther, Ifeanyi Mba, Peter Olabuni, Olabuni, Stephanie. Then there's a Sweden here. You just put, who is this? Jimo, Aria, Zelos. Your handwriting is like that of a doctor. It's like that of a doctor who prescribes marijuana for people. So Yemi gave us 50. They didn't write the name of the person who gave 100 euros. We have 150 euros. And I want to thank the lady who accepted or who donated, who is offering a gift of a drone to my son. My God, my son has been calling. He has left his classroom to come and call me. I told the guy not to be going on Facebook. This is how you get in trouble. It's like, Daddy, I heard somebody is going to buy me a drone. How did you get on Facebook? That's where you get into trouble with Daddy. All right, so thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And I hope to be back with you anytime. We can't say. Things are happening so fast these days. You can't even say it's going to happen tomorrow. Because what if we wake up tomorrow and they've sold Lagos? We have to be back online. Because that means all of us have to go to one landlord and go and renegotiate our rent. Anyway, thank you so much. A lot is happening, and we want to thank all of you that are supporting. No problem. We are in good shape and we're fine. And we're in Lagos, where things are happening pretty fast right now. I have to go and do a little bit of apropos. Thank you. All right.